Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glorifications to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect. And this video is going to be a response to this article that just came out yesterday. California to require vaccination or testing for state employees and healthcare workers. California announced all state and healthcare employees will be required to show proof of vaccination or be subjected to weekly testing.
California is still leading the way when it comes to vaccinations. Over 45 million vaccines have been administered so far, and just over 21 million Californians are fully vaccinated now.
This after California announces all state and healthcare employees will be required to show proof of vaccination or be subjected to weekly testing. Health reporter Denise Dorr joining us live with the very latest.
Begins next month.
And if they're not vaccinated and
Salaki, I don't know why I did that. Let me replay that.
California is still leading the way when it comes to vaccinations. Over 45 million vaccines have been administered so far, and just over 21 million Californians are fully vaccinated now.
This after California announces all state and healthcare employees will be required to show proof of vaccination or be subjected to weekly testing. Health reporter Denise Dorr joining us live with the very latest. Denise?
Well, Colleen and Ellen, in California, there are 246,000 state employees, and each and every single one of them is going to have to show proof of vaccination or face weekly testing. This new vaccination verification system is set to be the boldest in the nation, and it begins next month.
and if they're not vaccinated and cannot verify that they've been vaccinated, we are requiring that they get tested.
No more self-attestation. State employees will need to present their vaccine card or proof through a digital verification code provided by the state.
The mandatory piece is for those employees who do not provide evidence of vaccine. They will be required to participate in a mandatory testing protocol.
Governor Gavin Newsom and state officials also announced a similar vaccine verification program for California healthcare workers in every setting, from dental offices to skilled nursing facilities.
We will be requiring in the hospital setting twice a week testing and demonstration that you're negative with the testing, and recommending an N95 be worn by those who are not vaccinated.
The announcement comes as new COVID cases continue to accelerate, with the Delta variant now accounting for 80% of new cases.
The longer we wait to extinguish this disease, the more likely that we will be facing another variant.
Over the last week, statewide daily new cases averaged 6,400 per day, with the case rate among the unvaccinated 7 times higher than among the vaccinated. 75% of eligible Californians have received at least one dose.
We are seeing excellent protection because of vaccines. It is going to be how we get our schools open and keep them open.
But one glimmer of hope: after weeks of stalling, vaccination rates went up 16% in the last week. But Governor Newsom says the science shows that won't be enough to end this pandemic.
With all due respect, you don't have a choice to go out and drink and drive and put everybody else's lives at risk.
The governor and Mark Ghaly also encouraged all businesses and companies to set up their own vaccine verification program, saying it is a vital way to support their own business and the economy.
So I'm going to read a little bit more. Then I'm also going to play the video of the governor so you can hear it from the horse's mouth. Alameda County, California. Governor Gavin Newsom and California health officials have announced a vaccine verification and testing program that will be implemented for all state employees and healthcare workers starting in August. Workers will need to have evidence of vaccination by August 2nd. Any state employees who are unvaccinated will have to undergo mandated C-19 testing and wear masks. I think it's long overdue, says state worker Josh Stewart, who worked for the Department of Health Services in Sacramento, Slovakia. Stewart has been working from home but is supposed to go back to the office next week. If I can trust a surgeon to remove something toxic from my body by cutting my body open, I will trust 10,000 scientists that tell me that the vaccine is safe. Other state workers ABC7's Junior Stone talked with agree. I completely support it. I have people at home who are at risk. I have school-aged children, says Dee Dee Duncan. The new vaccine verification program applies to healthcare workers too. If healthcare workers do not vaccinate, they will be subject to testing 2 times per week. There will also be a recommendation for unvaccinated workers to wear N95 masks. When asked about mandates, Newsom said we wouldn't need to have the debate if everyone would get vaccinated, and then made this comparison to drunk driving. It's like drunk drivers. You don't have the right to go out and drink and drive and put everybody else at risk, including your own life at risk. These non-pharmaceutical interventions like face coverings and masking were necessary in the absence of vaccines. But with these vaccines, we can extinguish this virus once and for all. So this is it right here. You got Evil E speaking like a dragon. He's trying to defile your temple with this stuff. I absolutely do not believe this is right. I can understand trying to get people vaccinated to help the greater good. I respect that, however, to those who do not want to be vaccinated and feel like this is a violation of your medical privacy, I stand with those people. For this governor to do this is wrong, said Local 1000 President Richard Brown. What are some of the consequences of refusing to get vaccinated? Could state employees lose their jobs? We have existing MOUs and the process and procedures as it relates to workplace rules. This is just going to be added into that. And so you look through the bargaining unit. So look through the MOUs or look at the language. And there's processes and protocols that are well established while in place. This is a requirement. On Monday, 65 people died in California from C-19. Dr. Mark Ghaly, California's health secretary, says the Delta variant, accounting for 83% of all COVID cases statewide, is their biggest concern, urging them to act fast. The Delta variant is a different beast, said Dr. Ghaly. We're at 900 people at the hospital with COVID on June 15th when we reopened. And what a coincidence that was the term that they used. Bottom line, vaccines are the road through this, even with the Delta spreading faster, said CAHHS Secretary Dr. Mark Ghaly. The state has administered more than 43 million doses of COVID-19 vaccine. 6 Bay Area counties have now urged residents to wear face masks indoors. In LA County, masks are required indoors, also regardless of vaccination status. And today, the LA mayor, Eric Garcetti, just made his own version of this mandate for the LA city. Now, I don't know how that's going to play out with LA County, because LA is kind of split up into the LA city and LA County, and as well you have other counties around the area like San Bernardino, Ventura, but most likely they're all gonna fall in line with the same system. So here's this.
Quicken Loans urges homeowners to switch to a 15-year fixed. Calculate your new house payment today.
California is now the first state in the nation to implement a vaccine verification policy. It requires certain unvaccinated workers to be tested at least once a week and wear a mask.
Action News anchor Dale Urong joins us from the newsroom with more about who will be impacted and when this all takes effect. Dale.
Graciela and Jason, the vaccine policy covers state employees, healthcare workers, and employees in high-risk work settings, such as jails and homeless shelters. California leads the country in vaccinations, but that has not stopped a recent rise in infections. 7,500 more cases were reported over the weekend. 246,000 people in California work for the state. Governor Newsom says they should all be vaccinated against COVID because of the highly transmissible Delta variant.
And if they're not vaccinated and cannot verify that they've been vaccinated, we are requiring that they get tested.
Fresno County has a total of 93 people hospitalized for COVID. CRMC is treating 39 of them. Doctors say more younger people, under 30, have needed medical assistance, and most of them have not been vaccinated.
It's not the COVID we dealt with a year ago. This is a very different beast. And so now is the time to get that.
Governor Newsom equates not getting vaccinated with drinking and driving.
You're putting other people's, innocent people's lives at risk. You're putting businesses at risk.
St. Agnes Hospital is part of Trinity Health, which indicated employees not vaccinated by September 21st would be suspended unless they have a valid medical or religious exemption.
We have every reason to believe that going into the mandate, we were at or above 75% of our colleagues being vaccinated.
Dr. Gene Egerton says he hopes more people can get past the vaccine misinformation and get a shot that could save lives.
It's not so much that, Governor Newsom's trying to tell you what to do. I think everybody's trying to make sure that we don't lose any more people than we've lost. We've lost way too many people already from this disease.
The new policy for state workers takes effect August 2nd and August 9th for healthcare workers. Healthcare facilities will have until August 23rd to come into full compliance. From the newsroom, Dale Urong, ABC 30 Action News.
So there you have it. Now I'm going to jump to the scriptures. Lord willing, I'll put the link in the description. Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So, for those of us that have the eye salve, we can see that these devils have been in a hurry. They're really pushing this C-19 shit, because they know that Yahushua is coming back soon to take away their kingdom and hand it over to the rightful owners, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the Israelites of the Bible. So they're trying as hard as they can. They're like, as the elder from Mysteries of the Kingdom always often puts it, when a man's falling off a cliff, he's going to be scratching and clawing, trying to grab onto anything that he can to hold on to his clutches. He's trying to clutch onto it, to just anything to keep himself from falling. And that's what Esau Edom's trying to do right now. And he's also getting ready they're setting the stage for the persecution to come after the believers. So I'm also going to get this. 2 Ezra 16:68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols. Verse 69. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision, and in reproach, and trodden under foot. So they're going to come and snatch up those that don't take the V, and they're going to try to offer you, eventually they're going to offer you the MOB, the mark, and if you take that, you're going to be destroyed. And also I want to get this verse as well. 2 Ezra 16:70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. So this is Esau going after the elect and the 1/3, but those that have repented and are diligently doing their best to seek the Lord, they're not going to be taken by that. You know, some of us, if it is your lot, you may be a martyr, you may be beheaded for this truth, but that's the ultimate honor in the eyes of the Lord, to die for this truth. So ultimately, we have nothing to fear, only the Lord, because Esau is just a man. And also, roughly paraphrasing scriptures, I don't remember off the top of my head, but in Psalms it says, "It shall soon be cut down like the grass." And also, I'm going to end off with this, 2 Timothy 3:12. Yea, and all that will live godly in Hamashiach Yahushai shall suffer persecution. So, this is just all part of the Lord's movie before the kingdom is established. Because Esau's going to come down with great wrath. They're going to bring in the MOB. And then before you know it, the World War III, and then World War III is going to break out. The missiles are going to fly, and then boom, that's it. Yahushua is going to come back and destroy this freaking place. So yeah, that's pretty much all I had on that. Lord willing, it was edifying. Once again, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glorifications to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect. Abba Baba.